Good evening, my friends, and welcome to Juve therapy session. This Friday evening, um, yeah, it's good to be here. At least, well, guys, it's good to be back online. And yeah, I don't even know where to start and where to begin. Let me just first and foremost pull up this something I wrote yesterday evening. It's about Juve. It's Juve related stuff. I hope you can hear me well, by the way. Say hi in the chat. It would be really nice to see some familiar faces, and already I see some familiar faces there. Bushin, of course, is there. Anish, guys, good to see you are there. Thug Sports, and of course, my good friend Steve. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Come on, help me out. Let's see. Let me just pull up this. This is just crazy because. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. This is like a 15-year-old Mac. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about everything, guys. How am I doing? Let's begin with that. And let me update you on what has been going on and why has I been away. Let's see here. Why it didn't work. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. All right. So, Thomas, thank you so much. Max, UFO Life 23, Kavya, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Crab, and everyone else also. Guys, welcome back to the channel, which has been dead since 15th of October. Basically, what, 4 months? 3-4 months? And you start wondering, right? What happened? Is he quitting the whole thing? What is going on? Has he just, disappeared? Because this is just, something that some content creators do. They push it to the limits and then they just go, just because they can handle anymore, no motivation, and whatnot. And yeah, it partially was the reason, but the reason why I chose to be off for quite some time was a more serious matter. It doesn't have to do anything with no, I'm not breaking up with you guys. No. I'm much more serious issue than just the motivation and I just can't do this. I have too much to do. No, it's much more serious stuff. But we usually, luckily, this couple of decades, people have been started talking about it much more than they did before. It's all about the mental health, really. And with me personally, it just went crazy since since the beginning of since the middle of October, basically. I know we'll go into details why it has become the way it has become, because it's a complicated story. But I have been struggling with panic attacks, and I've been struggling with hypochondria for good 1-2 years now, and it's not something that I'm proud of talking about because it's it's just I don't know, maybe I should be proud of talking about this, because it is, after all, a serious issue that needs to be highlighted more, and people need to speak more about it, because mental health is also a health problem, not only physical health but also mentally. And for me personally, it started off with the panic attacks, and it all kind of developed into my more or less a hypochondriac, which means basically that if I feel anything in my body, if I think about one disease, I have it. It's just like thinking I have cancer. Let's go with cancer. That's like the popular thing. you have it. You just think about it, and you think you do have it. You try to Google, which is a bad thing to do. My friends, promise me, don't Google stuff. This is um yeah, it's not a good place to be in. Google is essentially cancer, because you just can't stop doing it. You start googling for symptoms, and then you find out that you have it, guaranteed. And then you go to the doctors, and they kind of seem more and more pissed off. My doctor luckily isn't pissed off, but he's more or less like, come on, man, you don't have anything, relax. And this was my story, for a year. Well, a year, a couple of many, many, many months. And then it got worse, well, by the way, I have to tell you, Oscar got a little brother. So his name is Edwin. I will introduce you guys to him a bit later on, hopefully this year. So we are a family of four. So Oscar is now a big brother. And yeah, and that moment kind of changed me into the worse. I just got so overwhelmed by the fact that I'm now a father of two, and uh, it hit me very, very hard. And let me just not start crying. Yeah, I was not supposed to cry on live. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay. And yeah, basically, it's all about sleep. I have been sleeping well for 3 months now, and it's been taking toll on me, mentally. And and you start worry, and you start worry about your health, because when you don't sleep well, you start to wonder what's going on. Why can't you sleep? And it's just awful, man. It's just very, very awful. And you're spinning, your head is starts spinning, and you wonder if you're gonna die tomorrow because of sleep deprivation. And yeah, it's very, very tough. But I'm sorry, guys. Really, really, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's tough. But I'm getting help, though. First and foremost, I gotta say, physically, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me physically. At least, well, that's what doctors tell me. But mentally, this is a real issue, and I struggle with it. But I'm better. I gotta say, guys. I gotta say, guys, I'm feeling I am better, because this week I've been sleeping, well, 5-6 hours every night, which is a luxury for for a parent with two boys. Thank you, guys, for your support. I'm dealing with it, but it's very, very tough. It's very, very hard. And and this is why, and you know what, and you know what, I'm this is why I was away from YouTube. I was away from social media, because I was so distracted. I am still very much so into, thinking about myself, centering everything around myself and my own problem every single day, which is quite bad. So yeah, I need to change my mental state, my way of thinking. And I've been googling. I've been googling. I've been trying to find out the solutions. I've been to. I'm seeing a psychiatrist. So I am in a system, and I want to beat this crap, or at least accept for what it is. I have an illness. I have mental health problem, and have to accept it for now. And I have to battle it, because that's the first thing you have to do. Uh, that's the first thing you have to do, just to accept that you have a problem, and then you can deal with that. This week I am getting better, so I pray to God that this continues now. And you know, it's yeah, that's really what I'm gonna. I don't want to like talk too much about it, because I don't want to focus my mind too much on it. Because if you are a normal person, you go to bed and you just go to sleep and you just fall asleep. For me, it has been a very very difficult, a different scenario. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what triggered it, but it really doesn't matter, because I really want to go back to where the way that things were like 3, 4, 5 months ago, and with you guys. Coming onto the channel, talking Juve, not even also Juve. We talked also about other stuff, and yeah, Caleb, nice, nice, thank you, Caleb. Um, yeah, so I want to say one last thing before we move on to football. That the reason I left was not because I was demotivated, I was tired. That's because I was uh, centering on myself, and I was afraid that doing lives and doing social media will distract me from taking care of myself. But maybe what I needed to do was just exactly this: continuing doing the lives, continuing to do social media, continue talking football, focusing on football. Because let's face it, guys, to be honest, Juve for me was second fiddle, playing second fiddle for, well, until recently. I didn't care. Honestly, I didn't care. I was like, ah, Vlahovic arrived. Fine, okay. So yeah, that's it. Let's focus on the present now. Upwards and onwards, as they say. Fino alla fine, as some of you wrote back in the chat. I think it was Steve. Yeah. And I'm being honest, guys. I'm being very, very honest. This is crap. This is crap. But I'm getting somewhere. I hope I'm getting somewhere. So bear with me if this will be a slow start again. As you can see, there are no overlays. I have a crappy camera. I have no guests with me today. We start from scratch, my friends. We start from scratch, and let's see where that goes. Maybe there will be a live against Atalanta on Sunday, maybe not, but bear with me, and please, yeah, don't give up on me. But because this is important, I think this YouTube thingy is very important for me, and I really hope that it will be important for you as well. And my story maybe can help some of you guys. Maybe I don't know, but at least my gut was telling me that this is the time we should just restart the YouTube channel, because I've had enough of focusing on myself, focusing on worries, focusing on things that yeah, only I can change. And there we go. So yeah, it's been tough. It's been very, very tough. But I'm sorry. 15 minutes of serious talk. I think I owe it to you guys, honestly, because yeah, you have been following me for quite some time, and just disappearing like that is not okay. So I really do apologize. And you know, the collaborations, the social media stuff, the guests, the getting bigger, the clicks, the likes, the followers, the subscribers. Honestly, at this very moment, I just want to do this for me. I just want to have fun. Period. Because if I have fun, I think this will do. Oh, this will be okay. Actually, I really, really think so. So, yeah, let's go. Yeah. Crap. All right. Let's and please, yeah, do me a favor. Uh, do me a favor and let's stop it at this moment and let's focus on football because, as I said, I don't want to talk too much about my mental state. Of course, your support is much appreciated. No, make no mistake about it. But I don't want to focus my brain on the problem. I want to focus my brain on something good. Yeah, and if you really, really want to know how I'm doing, not only day-to-day basis, just let me know. Just send me email, please. uetherapy@gmail.com. Send me email. Probably I won't be that much on social media to begin with, but this is the start. This video, this live, hopefully is the start of something new. And we just turn the page, and we'll see where that goes. Basically, we'll see where that goes. Maybe we just fine. And as I've been reading, smiling, smiling helps. The brain loves smiles. So there we go. Thank you, Adam, and thank you to all of you guys for joining this stream. Too early to tell, Steve. Too early to tell. Too early to tell. Yeah, Lewandowski, no Ballon d'Or. Yeah, I won't go into that, to be honest. I haven't been following that one, but yeah, he seems he got no Lewandowski, no Ballon d'Or for Lewandowski. Well, wonder why why? Well, maybe the racist. I don't know. No, I'm joking. Thank you, Goat Naldo. Thank you. Chiesa injury, Vlahovic in Dybala out. Yeah, so much. Yes, it's so much has happened. Yes, we have so much to talk about. But first things first, and of course, why doesn't it work? There we go. So, my friends, today's topics. Oh, wow, that's been crazy. Huh? Today's topics: introduction of Dusan Vlahovic, no doubt about it, to Juve, and what will be actually his contribution. Then let's also talk about the other January signing, of course, Denis Zakaria, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Then we have the matter of Rodrigo Bentancur and Dejan Kulusevski leaving. And finally, let's look ahead towards this huge game against Atalanta away on Sunday. Yeah, let's first look at how our lineup looked like before all these purchases and sales and whatever. So the build-up was very clear when we were pinned back, as far as I gather through those matches I've seen. When pinned back, the quickest route was sending a very, very long ball, and hopeful ball, to Alvaro Morata, who was a lone striker up front, who would then be isolated all the way up front, of course. He would then receive the ball with back to goal and be muscled off that very ball by one or maybe even two defenders. So that was the game plan. Play the long ball. Everything was about Morata offensively. Unfortunately, there was little to no support for Morata nearby. Same was basically for Moise Kean. Yeah, when playing like this, there is just too much responsibility on those two guys, Morata or Kean, to create breathing space for midfield and the defense. And as soon as Morata loses the ball, well, as he often did, we reset. So we never really get out of our own box because Morata kept losing the ball being pressed by those two defenders. And as soon as that happens, that basically was the way we played before. With Vlahovic, however, um, their approach still hasn't changed. It looks to me very, very similar as it was before. But there is a major difference than what we saw, at least against Verona. Never mind the Sassuolo game. Let's just scratch that. But Morata was playing in a different position against Verona, and now had no label as of a target man. He was much, much more free role, so to speak. Morata was in a different position. He was more of a support striker to Vlahovic, basically, who, on the other hand, is much stronger physically, bigger, and of course, madder than Morata as a target man. Therefore, Morata has a free role to create from the wing, which suits him so much more, in my opinion. So, guys, nothing has really changed. We still have the same target man approach, but the players around are in a more natural position. That's what I think it is, at least. So let's talk Dybala now, because he also is an interesting case with Vlahovic arriving. Remember when Mandzukic played as a striker? Well, Dybala was great. I mean, he still is, but his contribution on the pitch is always more productive with a physical target man next to him, in my opinion. So yeah, there are a lot of pluses with Vlahovic coming into Juve, without a doubt. And let's face it, as for Dybala's case, let's go back to him. He needs space. So you could, of course, argue the case that Vlahovic was bought in to optimize the usage of existing talent in the squad. And certainly to score goals, as Morata has scored, 5 in 17, 18 matches? That's just rubbish for a striker. I'm sorry, it is. With Vlahovic in the team, however, he will attract a lot of interest from the defenders, Vlahovic that is, meaning more space for Dybala, Morata, Cuadrado, you name it, to create and hopefully score. Speaking of Cuadrado, by the way, he finally gets his target man in the box as well, with Morata being, in and around the box as well. Yeah. Ramsey left Juve. Yes, he did, with crutches. Or maybe they're still there because he's only on loan. So, yeah. So, let's move on to Zakaria. Or Zakaria. Let's go Zakaria. I think let's go with Zakaria, who I personally never really followed. Never seen him play. Or if I did see him play, I really didn't pay much attention. So he was someone I've heard of, but never really paid attention to the guy. Now that he has arrived at Juve, there was one thing I noticed. The engine. My friend, the engine. He was, curiously enough, the starter with less touches on the ball. He had fewer touches than Wojciech Szczesny against Verona. That's interesting. However, his off-the-ball movement, guys, and interception were amazing that evening. Now, why did we sign him? Well, precisely for that reason. Off-the-ball action, recovery. Allegri needed a Matuidi type of player or a Sami Khedira type of player. He, of course, didn't get it with McKennie, and neither he did with Rabiot. Unfortunately, Bentancur, and I say unfortunately because I really enjoyed him, at least at times. So, yeah, unfortunately, Bentancur never had the drive Allegri requires from a ball-winning player. And with our long ball towards Vlahovic and see what happens approach, well, Zakaria would be the first line of defense in terms of recovering that ball. So him and Locatelli would do wonders in a double pivot, I think. It looks interesting on paper, at least. Yeah. It does. You will look good to finish top 4, asks Tug Sports. So far, yes, but we kind of, you never know what's going to happen with Atalanta, and every game is important for you now. There is no room for error anymore. So yeah, I do believe that we'll finish top 4. I do believe that, but it will be tough. It will be very, very tough indeed. So, Rodrigo Bentancur left us, unfortunately. Or, well, we got the money. We got the money for the guy. Well, he is a tidy player, and we know this. We know that he is a tidy player. Unfortunately, after so many seasons, he never really cemented himself as a star for Juve. And when a good offer comes in, well, we had to take it. And I hope he succeeds at Spurs, honestly. As for Kulusevski, there is a different story to that. We bought him thinking he would be the next big thing. Unfortunately, as I said many, many times before during my lives, you know, it's just a big of a step, too big of a step from Parma to Juve for Dejan Slim Shady Kulusevski, who unfortunately now, unfortunately for some of his fans, he's not playing for Juve anymore. He's not playing at Spurs, and I doubt that he will succeed there as well, which is a real shame. I just don't think that he's that great of a player just yet. Maybe in a couple of years, yes, but now, no, I don't see it. I just don't see it. We move on, however, because we have a game on Sunday. It is against Atalanta, a side who were knocked out of the Coppa Italia yesterday against Fiorentina. Wow, a really unlucky 2-3 loss. But that's Calcio. That's Calcio for you. The last kick of the ball basically sent them out of the Coppa Italia. So how do I field our side against Atalanta? Sorry. Well, I'd go with Wojciech in goal. I'd go with Alexandro on the left, even though Alexandro has been playing crap. Maybe we'll see Pellegrini, but against Atalanta, I just don't see. I just don't see Allegri gambling on that one, and he will be playing Alexandro most likely. Bonucci, De Ligt. I don't see Rugani playing there. I don't see Danilo playing there. I don't think that Chiellini will be fit for that game. I think he is still out. So it will be Bonucci and De Ligt. And Danilo will be playing as a right back, hopefully. Hopefully. And why Danilo? Well, I think because he's a much better defender than... Imagine that, saying that about Danilo, huh? Us 2 years ago talking about Danilo being a great defender, people would laugh in our faces. But now you can actually see his professional attitude on the pitch, and I love it. Danilo as a right back, or maybe even De Chilio as a right back or a left back. Bochinho, yes, there is a nice one comment from Bochinho. De Chilio as a left back. He's been surprisingly comfortable on that left side. I still hate it. The fact that he plays on the left. Why? Because he will always cut inside. And, well, some occasional cross with the left. Yes, I remember his goal, his assist to Morata, I think it was. So, yeah. And, of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but I still think De Chilio is much more comfortable, looks much more comfortable in a position of right back rather than De Chilio. I think De Chilio has been great. Yes, Crab, I agree. He has been solid. Dare I say it? De Chilio solid. That's not... Yeah. That's crazy. That's good crazy. That's very, very good crazy. Huh? It's nice to smile for once, De Chilio, good. Love it. So Danilo, yes. And then we have Zaccaria and Locatelli. I think both of them will start against Atalanta. Big test for those two. Artur, interesting case with Artur. Will he start? Will he not start? If he starts, okay, fine. I think he has been okay, but nothing great. I still think he's a so unique type of player. It's just hard. It's hard to, when you take him out of this team, there are very few, if any, right now, nobody basically can do the same job of holding the ball, distributing the ball. Of course, he's not Pirlo. He's not Xavi. He's not, even Marquisio did well in that position at times. But Artur needs, Pjanic, yeah. Artur needs to be in that fold if he is to play, if he were to play to 4-3-3 or whatever. If he were to play 4-2-3-1, I'm not sure there's space for Arthur there. So La Zaccaria and Locatelli for me, honestly. Jason, welcome to the stream. Hopefully Pellegrini gets a chance at the left back. I think he was good before winter. Maybe play Artur, Loca, and Zakaria in the midfield, and Morata, Vlahovic, and Dybala. Good comment, Jason. Welcome to the stream. Love it. I mean, I agree. Sure, let's see what Pellegrini can do. I think Pellegrini is energetic left back. I still think he has a way to go before he needs to start consistently. Case can be also made for, remember Leonardo Spinazzola? He's of course nowhere near that level yet, Luca Pellegrini, but give him consistent playing time and let's see what happens. Because we see that Alexandro is like on his way down and Pellegrini is just kicking. He's just getting ready to explode, to play. So allow this boy to play, Max Allegri, please. Let's face it. Enjoy. Let's enjoy Pellegrini just a little bit. Of course, Atalanta, maybe not the game for him, but against minor sides, let's have it go. For example, against Sassuolo, why won't we play Pellegrini instead of Alexandro? But that's me. Lovely, guys. Lovely to see you talking to each other in this chat. And of course, smash a like on this one. And yeah, if you want to follow this crazies, subscribe. So moving on to the rest of the team. Morata, Dybala, Cuadrado will start, I hope, against Atalanta, and Vlahovic all the way up front. I really see no other point. No other way we're gonna fill this side. Dybala is starting to get comfortable again in that position. Morata will get more free space, as we talked about before, and Vlahovic will allow them to have that space. Of course, we'll be interested to see Demiral back at Allianz Stadium. He is a diffidati, which means he's one yellow away from suspension, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, Vlahovic against Demiral would be an interesting fight. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, Luis. It's good to be back, at least for this moment. As for us, Danilo and Alvaro Morata are those diffidati, one yellow away from suspension. So if they are suspended, if they get a yellow against Atalanta, they will be in the stands for the next game. As for Atalanta, the goalkeeper Musso is suspended, so I expect Sportiello to guard that Atalanta goal, hopefully concede a couple, and we also, as I said, welcome Demiral back to Allianz Stadium. Dybala should be given central role, says Rajib. Well, he needs to sign that contract then, before we can do anything about that. Honestly, that's the only way to go, because there's so much talk about Dybala signing, not signing. I'm sick of it. Sign and be done. Be done with it, or just resolve the issue. I would hate to see Dybala leave now that we seemingly starting to have a proper lineup up front, creating space for each other. Dybala alone up there is not a good thing. He needs someone who can, take away the pressure from him. Vlahovic is the perfect player. Federico Chiesa, unfortunately, is out for the season, but imagine Federico Chiesa instead of Cuadrado on the right flank. That will mean also danger in front of goal, more than Cuadrado. As much as we love Cuadrado's crossing and his happy feet, it's kind of I kind of fancy Chiesa more on the right side, and Cuadrado can certainly be a substitute for Chiesa when he comes back. So yes. All right. So on Sunday, it really depends on Juve and how we will approach that game. Duvan Zapata is rumored to be out of this one, I think. So less physical attack from Atalanta might be a good thing. But guys, like Boga, I like Boga, Jeremy Boga, Malinovsky, Muriel. They reek of danger. So my prediction for that game, I don't know what yours is. Smash it in the comment section. Let's see, or in the chat. Sorry. Smash it in the chat. What will be the final result against Atalanta on Sunday? Virai, ciao, welcome. I'm okay, all things considered. All things considered, I am okay. I feel like it's something I should know. I don't know what that's all about, but thank you, Anton. Thank you. It's good to be back. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the future. It'll be very, very interesting to see what happens in the future. We'll take it slow. And don't expect daily uploads from me just yet. But 0-0 from Bosnia. Wow. Atalanta against Juve. I don't see it being 0-0. But you never know. Football is football. It's freaking culture, you know. We will win 2-1, says Alex. Mirgan, why? Why are you here, Mirgan? No, I'm joking. Nice to see you. I am back. Yes. Thank you. I will take my time. And I will try to be there for you guys. Because I think I need it. I think this is a good thing to do. 1-0 Virai to Juve. All right. 1-0 from Juve Daily as well, I see. No. Vegeta, welcome. Rajiv Vlahovic will score against Atalanta. Well, yeah. Don't be surprised if he will. Don't be surprised if he will score. Don't be surprised. It's he's on a streak of something madness, something interesting, because he scored against Verona, which was, let's be honest, a mistake from Verona defense. And he scored against Sassuolo. Let's be honest, it was a deflection. But there is something, if we look away from those goals, Vlahovic, we're talking about now, he is big lad. He's a big lad. He knows how to use his body. He knows when to use his body, and he knows that he has those qualities. He isn't afraid of anything, it seems. And that, my friends, and that is a very important quality in a lone striker for Juve. He isn't afraid. He has the confidence. He reminds me of Mandzukic, you know, but with more pace and of course a younger version. But there is something Balkan, you know, about him. And of course he's from Serbia, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you know, it's just it's intriguing. It's intriguing that he joined our club. Of course, we paid a lot of money for him, which means we have the muscles to splash the cash when needed. And I still don't expect Pogba to arrive. No way. I still think that we have a long way to go before we can win the Champions League or whatever. Just let's get past Villarreal first. And yes, I agree with Bushinho there. Vlahovic reminds me of Ibra. He reminds me of Ibra as well. Hopefully without all those tattoos, though. Thank you, Bon. I appreciate your comment. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, it's it is intriguing future we have ahead of us, and with Zachary in there, also a young player. Really, we have now two players with clear strengths. We were not sure what Bentancur was good at. We weren't sure. I wasn't sure. Bentancur, what is he good at actually? Yeah, he is. You know, he is. I should say overall a good player, but he isn't world class at anything. Yes, Spurs fans are crazy about Bentancur. I see on social media, and rightly so. Fine. because he had a good start at Spurs. But let's face it, we've seen him for seasons. He has those lapses in concentration. He has he has this those lapses which kind of, you know, limit him in order to progress, to develop into a world class player. Maybe this Spurs move was just what he needs. I don't know, change of scenery, change of atmosphere, change of ground. We'll see. But with Zakaria coming in, we have clear idea of what he is good at and how Allegri will use the guy. And of course, it will be much easier also for guys like Rabiot, for guys like Locatelli, Arthur to know what Zakaria is good at and how to position yourself when Zakaria is on the pitch. With Bentancur, it was all over the place at times. Even though I kind of like the partnership of Locatelli Bentancur at the start. But yeah, and also Locatelli. Let's not forget Locatelli, how he will benefit from Zakaria running around and saving his ass when needed. Chiesa, Vlahovic, Zaniolo. Yes, I've seen Zaniolo talk on social media that we are ready to pounce. He is already, I think he's open to the idea of joining Juve. I don't be surprised if he arrives at Juve. But he has the knees of a 90-year-old. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. But this is the only thing that kind of bothers me. But if he is at the same level now as he was before those injuries, mamma mia, let's get him to Bianconeri. Let's get him in the black-white colors and let's ride that train all the way to Champions League glory. No, I'm joking. It's just too early to tell. But Zaniolo, yeah, interesting prospect for sure. And Italian, and we need Italians in the side. Not because Juve are made of Italians. No, but it's more of maybe in the future there will be some kind of a cap. UEFA start with some BS, maximum of 5 players in the squad should be foreigners or some crazy stuff like that. Then it would be nice to have players like Zaniolo in the team. Dybala out, Zaniolo in, says Rajib. I would stay with Dybala and I would actually sign Zaniolo as a vice of Dybala, perhaps. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm talking gibberish. I don't know. I'm just keeping an open mind to the whole thing. So yeah, and yeah, Dybala is our backbone, says Rai. Yeah, he has started to play very, very well recently, and good for him. I only expect almost another injury from Dybala at this point. Maybe even on Sunday, because as soon as we get our hopes up with Dybala, we see the world-class player he actually people want him to be, and then boof, injury, and it's all back to square one. This is why I was tweeting earlier last year that for me personally, Boshinho, I'm not that crazy just yet. I won't answer questions about Baggio. He's staying there, just so you know, he's staying there. But I was like, yeah, Dybala is the most overrated player at Juve. I tweeted some time ago. Yeah, I did, and I still kind of I don't agree with that term myself exactly now, but before when I tweeted at that point, yes, because why overrated? Because people majorly, fans, Juventini, they kind of think that Dybala is top 5 best players in the world. Then you overrate him. So when you overrate a player like that, he is the most overrated player in Juve without a shred of a doubt. Because we cannot rate, nobody rated any other player higher than we rated Dybala. Cristiano, of course, Cristiano fanboys, they are like the own bunch, they are the own category. But the rest, maybe De Ligt, the world's best defender. I said this many, many times. But yeah, Dybala as top 5. No, And this is why I called you. I called those guys out, and I said, you know what? I think he's the most overrated player at Juve right now. Though, of course, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure how people rate him, but I'd say top 50 for sure. Top 50 in the world, maybe even top 30. But let's see. Let's see how he starts to ride this train with Vlahovic in front, because it will help him a great deal. A great deal that finally someone else can, well, steal those defenders away and open up some spaces for Dybala. Yes, is better than Dybala, says Vi. Animesh, good to see you as well in the chat. Would love to have Zaniolo as Bond, but yeah, his injury situation scares me. Yes, I want Dybala, Delict, and Morata to stay. I'm not sure about Morata personally. I think we need to find a proper left winger if we are going for a left wing, or for 4-2-3-1, that is. So yeah, if we can add Zaniolo too, that'd be great. Yeah, can't tell whether Delict is striker or center back. Yeah, Crab, I saw the game against Sassuolo. That also kind of confused me a little bit. He was very offensive that evening, but yeah, we ended up winning, luckily, because we had many chances in the second half. Yeah, good to be back, guys. Good to be back. It's good to see that this still. And again, I'm sorry, guys, that the video is crap, the camera is crap, the lighting is crap, there are no overlays. I canceled my subscription with these boys, StreamYard, to save up some money because I wasn't sure I was coming back. But now I am coming back, hopefully. So maybe we'll see something, and maybe I'll even change up the setup, maybe to be more of a Stream Labs OBS or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm absolutely blank on this stuff. So yeah, but I really want to go try this. Try make this work again as we did before. I remember when the viewer count just clicked over 100, and I remember my chest started pumping. Oh man, 100 people watching. That was like post-match reactions against some Champions League game, I think, Chelsea or something. But yeah, it was a great time. So hope to be back there again. Vlahovic 22, Chiesa 25. Is it 25 already? 24 for Locatelli, Zakaria 25, Derek 23. Yes, we managed to younger our team. Yeah, but it took us 3-4 seasons to do so, and a couple of very, very bad performances in Champions League. Thank you, Roberto. Thank you for the kind words. Yes, quality is not important, but it would be nice to see my flaky ass skin with a more tan on it, perhaps. I look like a corpse. Not good. Case is 24. Well, there we go. We have an overdose of UV content now. You do you now? Well. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what overdose you're talking about, but yeah, it is what it is. By the way, get back to my real issues. The mental health stuff and all that. I just want to shout out to some guys. You know who you are. I won't name names, or maybe I should, but yeah, I mean, Steve was one of those guys who really, really followed me through this process, and thank you so much to Steve for yeah, kind of connecting with me, and also Aubert. I don't know if you remember him. He was a guest, regular actually on this channel before, and yeah, I just want to say that those guys kind of were worried about me and asking questions and what's up with him and all that. So yeah, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. It kind of kept me under pressure, to get connected again, to get involved again, and yeah, increase that dopamine level. Yeah. Thank you, Robbie Combs. Thank you. It's been too long. Yes. Hopefully we're returning now for good. Yeah. And as I said, we are now a family of 4. Let me show you, by the way. Maybe I can show you the picture of him. I hope my wife doesn't mind. I hope my wife don't mind. Let me see. Let me see this bad boy. Yeah. I don't have a good picture of him, but you'll see it next time, guys. No worries. Yeah. Nava, hello, guys. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome to this stream. I won't be keeping you up so much longer than this, guys. Maybe 10 minutes more. And we start slowly, and I need to digest what just happened for the last past hour. Um, so yeah, but Atalanta Juve on Sunday, which will be an interesting game because we are now, if I'm not mistaken, let's have a see, let's have a sigh. Where is that crappy Serie A table? Merda. Yes, even though I'm crazy, I haven't forgotten that Merda are Merda. They are all the way up on the first place with 53 points. Napoli, Crapoli, still haven't forgot about that either, are on 1 point behind, 52, same as Milan, 52, and we are on 45, 7 points behind on fourth place. And then Atalanta, 2 points behind us with 1 game to spare. So this is why the game against Atalanta on Sunday will be also very important. I don't even know how to predict. I haven't even predicted it, guys, but I'll go with the 1-1 draw. It smells a draw to me, but it could very well be a loss. It could very well be a win. It could be anything. But we just don't know yet. We don't know. So let's see what happens on Sunday. And of course, Lazio with the Maurizio Sarri at the helm. And then, of course, Roma, which disappointed me heavily with Mourinho. On the 7th place, Fiorentina, who will struggle now from now on, I think, without Vlahovic. Then we go Hellas Verona, Torino, Empoli, Sassuolo, and all the way down Salernitana, Genoa, and Venezia. So there we go. So on Sunday night, Atalanta against Juve. Friday evening, Derby della Mole. I love how Animesh uses the word crap. That's my word. Hey. Are they crap though? Yeah. Anyway, Juve against Torino on Friday night, and then I think we have a certain something going on in the midweek. Yes, we do. Villarreal against Juve on Tuesday, 22nd of February. Will Juve progress? Asks Ayush, and that is a good question. I am not sure, but our luck may have changed with Vlahovic and Villarreal. Vlahovic and Zakaria, sorry, in the fold with Kulusevski, Bentancur, and Aaron Ramsey out. Yeah. What an overhaul in January, guys. I gotta say, what an overhaul. And with Aaron Ramsey finally gone. How is that even possible? Of course, the wages have been a big problem, but also Aaron Ramsey wasn't even able to accept. He didn't want to accept anything. I mean, Tottenham, I think Spurs were after him. I think Chelsea considered it, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, half of the Premier League considered Aaron Ramsey, but he just didn't want to go because the club wasn't big enough for him, for his huge ego. I love Ramsey as a player, but this BS of not wanting to go and, just pulling the strings and just playing with Juve, basically. Nah, man, go. Rangers is his next destination. Let's see how many games he will play there before he gets injured. Or maybe he's injured already. I don't know. But that was one of the major disappointments at, because we expected so much from him coming from Arsenal, being so great off the ball, very smart player. And yes, he is. I say this all the time. I think Ramsey is a very good player when fit, but he's never fit. And that's what the problem is. And he'll be back in 6 months. Yeah, unfortunately, that will be the case. Yeah. And him never being fit is what hurt him the most. But he just doesn't, he is unable to realize the fact that I'm not good enough for Juve. I need to go somewhere else to play consistently and maybe, have medical stuff around me 24/7 because Juve can't provide that. Ramsey left. Maybe hospitals are nicer in Scotland, says Tax Sports. Yeah, maybe they are. Ladies, maybe not so nice though. I don't know. Maybe that's why he decided he wanted not to go. He just loved the ladies, the nurses at the J Medical too much, and the nurses in the British Premier League kind of scared him to death. Can't blame him. I'm joking. I'm just having fun. Villarreal are average, and Juve with Dusan are better than average. It all depends on the approach, though, Boshinho. That's the thing. It doesn't matter who we play as a player. It's the approach from Allegri. If we score early, as we very often do, then we tend to sit back, and that's what pisses me off. Every time with Allegri, that he sits back and just doesn't want to go for the second, just doesn't want to go for the kill. I remember we were 2-0 up against Tottenham, ended up going 2-2, I think, because we were so surprised. Whoa, we were up 2-0 against Tottenham. No, that can't happen. We sit back, invite them back into the game, let them score a couple on us, and let's have some excitement. So when Allegri talks about circus, if you watch football for entertainment, go and watch circus. That's what he said. Football is about winning, but man, what you're doing on the pitch with 1-0 and starting to defend, that's circus. That's freaking, that's high time. That's prime time in entertainment television. That's even much more excited than with The Witcher. I started watching The Witcher season 2, by the way. Insane, gross, but insanely insane series. So yeah, it is. Yeah, wow, Daniel and that catcher boy. I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. What is your name? I don't remember your name. But guys, yes, welcome back to the chat and to the channel. Daniel, I'm doing fine. Also, Daniel was also one of the guys who kind of I talked to during this bad period of mine. So shout out to Juventinita podcast. Follow him. Unfortunately, I don't see him uploading too much anymore. But still, Daniel, great guy with great opinions. Yeah. So shout out to him for Alex. Thank you. Sorry, Alex. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate Daniel for your support during this awful time. So yeah. So in the end, Ramsey is gone. See you later. And yeah, ciao. So this is what I'm gonna. I think this is what I'm gonna end with for now. Yeah, Daniel. I know we're all in this. We're all in this crazy journey of life together, aren't we? Yes, Yusuf. I remember you very well. Thank you so much for re-entering this hive of therapy. The name Therapy now means totally different now than it was before. It actually is therapy now, for real. Vlahovic, yes or no video. I don't remember that one. Italy, Portugal. Italy, sure. All right, my friends. Once again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for thank you for not going anywhere and rejoining this one. Appreciate it. Bear with me. What happens. We'll take it day by day. We get our confidence back, and we'll see. We'll see where that leads us. And if you want to, yeah, if you want to say hi or just send me an email, please do, or maybe in the comment section below down this video. And let's take it from there. So, fino alla fine, my friends. Fino alla fine, indeed. Let's keep fighting. Only up from here, yes, indeed. Thank you, Bushinho. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Crab. Thank you, Daniel, once again for, yeah, you know what. And Punsara, thank you for joining Vera as well, and many, many others as well. Have a good one. Have a good evening. Have a good weekend. And maybe we will see you for the watch along. Imagine that we'll be watch along against Atalanta. Huh? Let's hope so. Huh? Let's try to make that happen. Fino alla fine. And well, Forza Juve and Juve therapy.